I can breathe. It's fine. It's okay.
We're the only people who can hear that.
Okay then. Right then. Hello everyone. Welcome.
Hey!
Welcome to the podcast. And I just realized you guys are too high. There you go. Welcome back, guys. Air Drawn Dagger. Guys, welcome.
Hey.
Today we have Macy and we also have Lewis of Air Drawn Dagger with us. They've been a band since 2014, and we'll go through that whole history of them as well. But they're also here to promote their 2 latest singles, Inside These Nightmares and also My Murder of Crows. Additionally, they are releasing their 3rd single from their newest era, I'd say, called Spellcasting Tomorrow. Well, tomorrow actually. Was it tomorrow? It's tomorrow, but technically tonight at midnight. So I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so sick. Anyway, guys, welcome. How you doing?
Thanks for having us.
No worries. Right. So, Macy, do you want to start off by telling us a bit about yourself, and then we'll go on to Lewis?
Yeah, so maybe I sing in Air Drawn Dagger, but how much do you want to know about me?
Anything you want to tell us, that's totally fine.
Oh, okay, what do you say after all this time?
What is there to say? What is there to say?
Sometimes I make pizza, sometimes I create stuff, sometimes I just do this a lot, mostly just making music.
Falls over on stage,
Falls over
extraordinaire, alternative acrobat, could say.
That's
how I
what it looks
describe
like.
you.
A lot of
Oh my
Pulls with wire.
Okay, and Lewis?
Oh, I mean, if only there were some words to sum me up. I mean, devilishly handsome, talented, modest, all of them. Let that hang. Please jump in at any time. Yeah, play guitar for Air Drawn Dagger. We've been doing it for a while, and we have new music out, and I'm very excited to be playing shows and talking to people.
Awesome.
Again. It's very nice.
Nice. You guys played a show last week, right?
First gig back in like 600 days.
How did that?
So I'm like,
How did that feel? How did that getting back into that rhythm of things like feel? Did it feel a bit strange?
no, like, I mean, at first, it's like, just before we went on stage, we were like, oh, this is really weird that we are getting to do this again. But literally, as soon as we started playing, it just felt like there was no time since the last show. It just felt normal again. And then, obviously, immediately after we got off stage, I think we still haven't let everything sink in.
for sure.
Yeah,
It's kind of.
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say it's really weird because like when you're on stage like you said, you didn't really feel like any time has passed. It feels like one weird hazy dream, but then I don't really feel like we.
Oh, I think you're lagging out a bit. Okay. Okay, we might have a bit of a technical issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got
There's a little bit of lag on
to do it
this Discord, I think.
again.
Okay. Just... Okay. I think that's a bit of an. I think there's sorry to interrupt you guys, but there's a bit of a technical issue from you guys, and I think you seem to be lagging a lot. I do apologise to everyone who's watching. I would just need to quickly. Can you guys disconnect and rejoin for me, please? Oh, I think there's a bit of like. Okay. Let's try this. Oh. Okay. Okay. I guess we can just. There you go. Okay, cool. Okay, we'll just wait for them to get back. Okay, we'll give him just a minute. Sorry about this, guys. Just need to quickly fix this. Okay, let's see if we can get them back. Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. Come on, we got this. Oh, we have sound.
I know.
Spit on it.
Okay, I can. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my. Well, this is a start. It's never a podcast without some technical issues. Let me tell you. Especially in Milo's music podcast.
I love it. Gotta love it. It's very 2021.
Yes, very much. Okay.
Okay. We're nearly there. I'm getting the video almost.
Alright.
Oh, we got that right. We'll be there time before Christmas. We'll be back on track.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. Okay. I'm not sure how to continue this. Okay, so what was...
Have you had any guests so far completely fuck it like we just did?
Yeah, we have. Don't you worry. You're not the only ones. We had
It's a risky little game.
we had Bloodstained Reputation on last time, and we had some technical issues there. We always have technical issues. I feel like it's a curse on the podcast. It's either on my end, it's either on my co-host end, he's not here with us today, or it's the guest end. It's always someone that's affected by these issues. There we go. We're good. All right. Sick.
Good. Back on track.
Awesome. Hello. Welcome back. Okay. So let's quickly talk about the history of the band. As I mentioned before, you guys met each other in 2014. Whilst Macy, you were working in a cake shop. Is that correct?
Yeah. So yeah, me and my mum had a cake shop at the time, and I met Lewis, who I think he was somebody else online. He tapped,
I didn't get it.
So we just decided to meet up and start writing together, and we have the cake shop as just somewhere that we could both go and write. So yeah, most of the very, very early stuff that never really saw the light of day was written in the cake shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a weird place. Not many bands I don't think start in a cake shop, but we did. And then just started gigging everywhere we could, and just never really stopped, really.
Fair enough. And then in 2015, you guys became a full band with the addition of Ross, your drummer. What was it like having that complete circle back then, like, and still having it today?
It was good because I remember when we first met Ross and we had him, he sat behind the kit and he played the song, we showed him the songs we played, and we were like, oh shit, that's what they're supposed to sound like, having a proper heavy hitter behind the kit.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really good. And we had only really done a few acoustic shows, really, just to start doing something. And then immediately we went straight into the studio and then put out our first kind of demo EP thing. And then every single year, I guess, there's just been another thing, another release, more tours, international shows, things like that. So just kind of gone from there, really. It was just a natural fit.
Okay. And obviously, you've received massive support from the guys at BBC introducing as well, and obviously from that and using that, you've managed to create a cult-like fan base, you call it, and that you called it the Church of Dagger. So where did the idea for the name of the fan base, the Church of Dagger, come about? Obviously, the dagger part being Air Drawn Dagger, but where did the whole concept of that come about?
Honestly, the honest answer is I'm not really sure. I think we just started. We either said it or someone referred to it, like someone in the crowd once might have suggested it. I'll refer to themselves as that, and we were like, "That's sick," and it immediately became merch.
Yeah, I can't, like, I'm the same with you, like, I can't remember where it came from, but I am pretty sure it was, somebody was like, oh, it's like going to church. Oh, yeah, no, it was. If someone was like, oh, it's like going to church when you go to one of your shows.
Yeah.
So obviously we took that around it. So.
Yeah, I think they meant more in an expressive sense that they could leave feeling better afterwards. Not like we perform baptisms or anything.
I mean...
We might. We could.
I mean,
we are available for bar mitzvahs. Funerals would be sick if they had us on. Funeral bands, they're not a thing, and they should be. Maybe we could be the world's first funeral band.
I will hire you if I die early.
Put it in your will.
Oh, I love it. Alright, okay, and then obviously the following year, 2016, you signed your very first publishing deal, released an EP, which then you performed to a sold-out hometown show. How's that feeling anyway? What was that like?
Crazy. It sounds so long ago, but we were just like little fetuses looking back, really. We had no idea what we were doing, but we were just we'd barely been a band for a bit. Had Ross went put some songs out, gigging like constantly, and then we went to London, signed a publishing deal, and then we did that hometown show, and it was mad, really, wasn't it? It was like all our eggs in one basket, because we'd only started touring nationally around that time. Barely nationally as well. Like, we'd done a couple of shows like South and Scotland, I think, at that time. So it was really our first thing. Sort of looking back around that show, it was kind of the
like solid
on of everything. Yeah.
That show, I remember that show feeling really different. Anything that we had done before, we were like, oh, maybe we are a real band. Like,
maybe we can do this. Yeah. We had like,
people actually want to hear us and see us, and that's really sick.
Yeah.
More people to want.
Yeah, that was kind of the birth, really.
That's awesome.
Much.
That's awesome.
So the first time I think I ever crowd surfed with a bass on people's shoulders. It was much. It was a really messy show. I'm glad there's not much footage of it, because it was awful.
And we enjoyed it.
Like a wall of death. We had all sorts. It was great.
The wall of death, the iconic move in the crowd. Damn, that's insane. That's awesome, honestly. Alright, and then obviously the following year you did another publishing deal, and you started touring internationally as well, wasn't it? I think as well.
Pretty much, yeah. Around about that, yeah. They all start blurring together, but roughly like after that cycle, we did into a small like Sheffield label here, and then we started gigging up and down the like extensive. I remember that summer we did Cornwall to like Dundee in terms of like UK shows in the course of a couple of months. There wasn't. We were out like all the time.
Also trying to work like full-time jobs at the same time, so I'd be like, I was being taken with time to like sleep on the beach. So it was like horrendous. I don't know how we just got ill a lot. Like, yeah, we were sick all the time. But...
It didn't really matter either. Like, that's the thing. Like, you sign up for it and you commit. So just toured a lot basically, and then started. I believe that's when we started drip feeding singles out, and what eventually led to was sort of soundtracking our own zine, and that came out last year. So that's when we started changed our model up a little bit. It was fun for us as well, because we got to work with on the video side like a lot of different directors, and more of a narrative arc start unfolding very slowly that linked back to the previous EP, but sort of got to make our own fantasy world. It was a really fun time to do all that stuff, really, wasn't it? Yeah.
Obviously, referring to like all of your music videos, they're very visually stunning as well. Like, I've been watching some of them quite a few down the weeks that we've been prepping up to this moment, and I would say they're very like artistic as well. are you guys are obviously very much in control of that. So where does all that inspiration come from for those music videos?
All sorts, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I mean, like, we grew up watching loads of music videos, like, you know, during this time of friends on TV, and just like, I mean, even like to this day, I've watched so much of my music on YouTube, of like watching music videos, because we both really love like the other aspects of music as well. Like, obviously, the music is the thing we love the most, but like the visuals and like even like designing merch and stuff like that, like we really love stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it kind of just comes naturally to us, like do the other bits as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it comes quite easy. I think because we're quite visual writers and stuff, when we start putting songs together and stuff, we can't help but start thinking of what would a video look like, and sort of how can you go against the grain of that sort of topic of the song and bring a different kind of narrative feel to it. Yeah, they pop out, and it's kind of strange how funny they pop out at the same time. Or we have the same idea of the track that we're writing, so it comes quite naturally, to be honest. And yeah, it's just another fun element of being in a band.
That's cool. Well, honestly, I respect that. That's pretty cool. And obviously, this is where my research kind of like ended. But in 2018, you released new music and you appeared in numerous UK festivals. What is your favourite festival from that year?
Oh God, 18. Oh, okay, I know exactly what it is. Tramlines and stuff is always fun. So quick, like, honourable mention to Sheffield Tramlines Festival. It's always lots of fun, and we always do lots of stuff. Every year around that time as well, we used to do something crazy, like we did a conga outside of a venue once. We did that year, I think that was the year you had an inflatable unicorn that was at the side of the stage, and you made everyone carry you around on that. We've done a lot of we had a joust, a literal 2018 was the joust. Oh, it might have been 19. Around about that time we had a joust. So we had some like unicorn stick, and then people had a joust like while we played a breakdown of a song or something.
Oh, that's amazing.
It went well though. It was a vicious joust. Yeah. But I don't know if you'd call it a festival, but like a few all-dayers and stuff that we did, because we did our first America tour later at the end of that year. And there was that weird like bike, more like just a bike. I was just saying Baker. Oh no, that one. Yeah. Where was that?
That was in LA.
In LA.
Yeah.
In like Hollywood around there. It was actually in the centre of LA, and it was a bicycle festival. And this venue's amazing. It's like it's kind of really hidden away, isn't it? And there was like.
Well, when we say bicycles, not just like chocolate toppers, but they have all of like these kids like they decorate up their bikes like insane.
Yeah.
There's like hundreds of them go around the city. Yeah.
On foot bikes.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's great. And
the whole night is like a fever dream. There was people dressed as clowns. There was circus performers. None of them were hired by the venue. They just showed up and were in the crowd, freaking people out, and it was awesome. And it was kind of like just a bunch of bands, and we were obviously the only British band there, so it was just weird. It was just a really weird, like loads of stuff went wrong. I got electrocuted, but hey, you know, you crack on, and
you got
it was awesome. Oh, yeah, it was the last day of the tour as well, so we just flew back the next day, and it was like, yeah, it was a very strange experience. That would be my favourite festival at that time. It was crazy.
What about you, Missy? Which one would you say is your favourite performance that you've ever done?
Exactly the same. I was just going to say, like, if I'm going to mention the bike festival, like, run away. That was just because it was the most insane, like, day ever. It was great.
Yeah.
Like, again, like, Tramlines is always, like, got a very solid place in our hearts. Like, we will always do Tramlines. But yeah, that was just, like, a next level, like,
LA festival is the next level.
Plus, just like LA in general, like lunchtime in LA is crazier than like the maddest Saturday night festival. So.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so I guess I can wait. Where did I put it? Okay, so we usually ask this question like later on, but since it's related to like festivals and everything, I'll ask it now. What would your dream lineup for a festival be? Obviously, with you guys being the headliners and everything, what would your dream lineup be for each of you?
Okay, first question. Is it 1 day or 3 days? I need 3 headliners here.
Oh, shit. Probably Yeah, let's
Like
get
one big day.
Let's get one big day. Let's keep it simple. One big day.
I don't know who I'd want to play.
First off, I don't want to headline. I think if anything,
I'd rather be on like halfway up the
do you reckon?
like 4 p.m.
I was thinking of opening.
Oh really?
Yeah, more like I want a Greatest Showman moment where we can like top hats and spin around and like, welcome to my emporium of freaks. And like then there's just a load of sick bands on all day.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, can we do that? Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go. That's our final answer. We're gonna open.
I'll
and
be
then,
one of
like,
your fakes. It's fine.
yeah, we're the only people who can have a festival and then negotiate our fee down.
I don't want to go on after like that we.
No, right. Let's just spitball a load of names. We'll come into these later for our music picks, but
Yeah.
let's pick a bunch of them now. My Chem headline.
We're allowed.
Are allowed. Okay, My Chemical Romance are gonna headline. Should we go with local bros? Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah.
The Horizon. Let's have Sleep while she sleeps while we're there. Should we have Dolly Parton?
Obviously.
Okay. Shit. Let's spice it up. Let's get a bit weirder. Our friends Havelock in Sheffield, they're actually practicing right behind us right now.
Nice.
We should also get Kanye West. In the middle of the day doing like a Sunday service thing, versus like playing out in a field with like a gospel choir, just as like the moment where you get your breath back and have a burrito, you know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the 3 p.m. slot. Get your breath back. Before that, enter Shikari. Let's just have like Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes.
Frank Carter went like immediately after us, so I'm still like shaken from us playing.
Okay.
Straight into Frank's set.
Yeah, sick. And let's have at the very end after party a Jeff Goldblum DJ set.
Oh my god.
What about
Mark Ribier, yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Mark
Mark Ribier just like yelling like, just who got the funk or whatever, just like looping himself.
Oh,
all of the hits.
It's a big day for us.
Yeah, it's definitely a 12 till like 4 a.m. sesh, but I think that's a pretty solid lineup personally.
Yeah.
And we can get the boys from Rising to do a little like.
Oh, we've got I've got our friends who run a wrestling promotion called Rise.
Yeah.
And they specialize in like deathmatch wrestling.
Oh my
but
god.
They're so sick. So maybe
Little side show.
show. Yeah. Not too close to Kanye's set. I don't think the gospel folk could approve. Maybe that could be like.
When you want to break some music, because it's like the other side of the field.
Oh, okay. Like yeah, like download that wrestling. Let's do that. Yeah. So deathmatch wrestling, gospel music, DJ sets and bands. I mean, and Dolly Parton. What's not to love?
I mean, Dolly is a natural icon. Let's just get that right, definitely for sure.
Mm.
What would you call it? That's the better question.
Daggerfest. Let's not try too hard.
Honestly, that's a sick name. That's a really cool name, honestly.
Maybe we'll use it one day.
If you did, VIP ticket, just straight away, do it. Honestly, Loki, I would love to see you guys play live, definitely. Especially Ready in Leeds or something like that. Definitely awesome.
Oh, that'd be the dream. That's definitely high up on the list. Yeah.
Okay then, so... Well then, speaking of the list that you mentioned, list time! I should really create like a sound for that.
You need
a jingle.
a jingle. You need
yeah.
a jazzy jingle.
Way more jingles.
Way more. You should have like 7 jingles. How has
should
there
have
not
jingles.
already been 7 jingles? Do one. Da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. What's the name of the bit?
Milo
This bit.
Music
We've got a name
Podcast.
for it. Oh no. The name of like the game is you have like five song pick picky 5 songs.
I didn't know what to call it. I don't know what
I think you've got a picky 5 songs is pretty good.
It is good. Picky. There you go. Picky. That's the same name.
Picky 5 songs. Picky 5 songs.
Sponsored by Air Drawn Dagger.
Picky 5 songs. Picky 5 songs. Picky 5 songs. Alright, and that's how it ends abruptly. Want us to rattle these off?
Right.
Or how would you...
Okay, so we'll start, I think, depending on which ones you want to start off with, we can start off with albums, bands, or artists, or songs, whichever ones I can't remember which ones I asked you to do, but I think it's albums, bands, and artists.
We took this assignment as 5 across the board, so we have 5,
Perfect.
the song from the album and who they are.
Okay, perfect. Go for it.
This pick is our future festival headliners, Mike M, with their album Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge, and our favourite track, Thank You for the Venom.
Ooh, ties.
It has everything you could ever need in music. It has face-melting riffs, great harmonies, solo, just brilliant lyrics, and just so much oomph. Like, you feel like you could just fight the world when that comes on. And it's one of our vocal warm-ups as well, for that very reason.
Fair enough. Okay, next one.
After that, we've gone for more influence. Well, not more than Mike M, but another one. We've gone for Red Hot Chili Peppers for Can't Stop from By the Way, because one of the first, maybe the first album, or definitely one of, I ever had. I know it's big influence on Ross as well, and just bangers front to back. So many underrated tracks on that, I think. So yeah, that's our second choice. Third, what was our third one?
Third one is Ed Shikari, Take the Skies. I'm sorry you're not a winner, and it's got the clap and the
Yeah, it's the clap. Everyone loves.
Everyone
and also
loves
like
the claps.
Cincy Goodness.
Cincy goodness you can definitely hear in our stuff. The mixing of genres, very, very big, obviously, for us, because it was like, oh, look, it can be done. I'm almost making music that I...
Yeah, and their like stage shows always, like their live sets always really like big and like sweaty good.
Yeah, it'd be a dream to play with them as well. I feel
Absolutely.
it just go off. And good fit. And there's not many people we honestly say that about us. We don't fit.
You guys are listening.
Yeah. I've gone for a future classic next, which is Ash Nico and Deal With It from her Demi Devil mixtape that came out this year. I think it came out in February. But I listen to Ash Nico a lot, and have done for like 2 years or so now. She's great. I mean, what's not to love? Her videos are next level, her songs are next level, mixtape's brilliant, and she's just a great vibe. Yeah, and our final pick is Ain't Dolly Parton. 2 Doors Down. It's a banger of a track. You cannot feel sad when it comes on. And I think it's from Here You Come Again, her album. And it's just mint. It's Dolly. What's not?
I also learned today that that song is about being sad on a diet and missing out on eating good food.
Apparently. Who knew?
Do with that what you will.
My life has been very much changed.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's just mint. She's just great. I think I've seen it live. I think I saw her do it at Glastonbury. It's great. It's great. It's a great song. So, for love. Great lady. Great album.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. That was awesome, honestly. Those are good picks. I was actually surprised by Dolly Parton one. Usually, my go-to Dolly... Is it... Who... She does 9 to 5, doesn't she? Yeah,
or Jolene. We actually, back in the day, we used to cover Jolene. Don't know why. Just great song. Another great song. We used to do it all rocky and heavy and stuff. And yeah, so she's been heavily woven into this band. I think from day one, we might have done it at our first ever gig.
Okay then.
True.
Okay, so is that's your top 5, yeah? Cool.
Picky 5-5. 5-5.
Everyone gonna do.
3-1 we gonna do.
No, everyone, what are you gonna do?
Please write that down and send it to me. I will actually make
I'll
that.
send you a voice note, don't worry about it.
Oh, please do, darling. I really would appreciate it, Missy. Really would appreciate it.
Acapella, just
Every time
sweating.
it's the mic.
Yes.
If I be picky, pick 5. Oh, it's the 5.
Just get an acapella from every guest I've ever had an interview with.
Another great section.
I'll have to Venmo you guys something. Alright, okay, so let's talk about the latest 2 singles that you guys have released, and then we'll talk about spellcasting. My Murder of Crows. It's a very unique track, I'd say, for your for your music. I'll say. And I was trying to use the smart word there, but I couldn't do it. But
Need it. Don't need it.
don't need it.
A list of music.
Just you're awesome. You're awesome stuff. There you
But
go.
our bag of songs.
Welcome Zach, by the way, in chat. Welcome. That's my co-host. He can't make it this call, but he's still in the chat. So hi Zach, how you doing, buddy? Alright. So when it came to making that song, what meanings did you want to convey within the song? Like, what was important to you that came out within it?
Okay, I remember it was written in last summer, like peak pandemic. We released Hex, which was kind of going to be the start of this whole new vibe. And then obviously that was going to launch in like April 2020. That didn't happen. That didn't go to plan. So rather than like sticking with the plans we had, we sort of just started again and pushed everything back and took that summer to like write, and we wrote like 50 odd songs or something like ridiculous, just to pick 2 and then like bin the rest essentially. Just to really get it out there. And finally we had time where we weren't gigging. So I think that song particularly was like, I think the bounciness and that kind of energy was definitely, when I started doing the demo, was like big festival vibes. Like I was going for kind of almost a two-door cinema club kind of vibe, like when you see those sort of anthems that you see people just vibe into. It was the sort of, because we had no shows or anything, so I think it was definitely a bit of a catalyst for that. Similar with like the vocals and where we started going with the lyrics as well, that sort of like frustration and not having control of anything. Yeah, pretty much prank. Yeah, it came out really quick as well, so that's always a nice sign when that happens. Like, didn't have to spend much time. The skeleton just sort of fell out there as the song. I think just because it was quite a clear and direct vibe that we're going for, like really sort of depressed, vibey lyrics about like having no control over your situation, and then and just being sort of sick of that and being sick of that sort of struggle of trying to like.
Very like frustrated.
Yeah, it's a bit like when a toddler does like an angry cry.
The whole time.
But all of our music really, but it's definitely summed up in that track. And then, but with that sort of like dancey or danceability possibly element as well.
Okay, yeah, I think it's definitely one of my favorites from you guys for sure. It's like alongside the one that I'm currently playing. I've been going to church just playing for Disaster. That's a good one as well. I think those two are definitely two of my favorites from you guys, definitely.
Thank you.
So obviously with my Milo codes, the writing process, as you said, it was very much a angry cry. Sorry, I'm just trying to word this correctly. What was the idea between like the riffs and everything? Was that to also like emphasize the idea of it being like an angry cry kind of song, or was it just to like really go around it?
Yeah, kind of like, so the sort of synthy bits that are in there, they were directly they were straight from the demo, to be honest. Not much had changed. Literally I just wrote it in my bedroom. It was going to be that sort of like, I wanted the lead line and the synths and the riffy bits to be like almost as singable as the chorus and the lyrics.
Right.
You know, I wanted it to be a bit of an earworm and like something that would stick in your head, so you could almost hear people like chanting it with you while it was playing. Again, festival kind of vibe, studio cinema club sort of stuff. Like the intros and the riffs are probably the most noticeable part of some of their big songs.
Yeah.
That was that sort of like indie influence kind of, even though the song turns out completely different and goes way darker. Just a range of influences really.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so Inside These Nightmares has a very different tone, I'd say, to my Milo Craze. What inspired you to write that one? Because it obviously within the title, it's obviously you're talking about what's inside your nightmares and going forth. But what inspired you to write that? What was the aim there? You know, to convey.
So that track is at the time there was so much stuff in the news and all over social media about the rape, the kind of sexual abuse towards women.
Yeah.
And just kind of abuse in general, and how many women are just being killed walking home, stuff like that. And like even for me, for all of my female friends as well, just so many experiences going on at the time, walking the streets, just going home after work, anything like that. And it was just getting really just needed kind of an outlet for that. And it's more just kind of a metaphor of like not. The things in my nightmares that I'm scared of, it's things that are literally from me walking down the street, an everyday thing. So it's more like a metaphor for that. And then at the same time, we were really wanting to write like a dancey track.
Yeah.
And it just kind of the like, because we like to do like the juxtaposition between like the lyrics and the sound.
Yeah.
So, like that actually pulls together like once again.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
we always come at like the same time from different sides of the same thing.
Yeah, it was another classic Air Drawn Dagger, just explosion of sounds where it's like, should we write a bass line track? I really love not, especially in Sheffield, it's obviously a big part of their music history.
Yeah.
And heritage. So I was like, let's make like a really dirty sort of bass line chorus that you'd hear in like on an EDM playlist, but have it be sounding and quite dark and sort of the spookiness rock side to it. And then like taking that lyrical approach, it just felt like a really crazy mix of everything. That's why it kind of stood out to us really in sort of the batch that we wrote. We were like, yeah, this should come out. We should see what the world makes of this.
Yeah, again, another one that kind of got written really, really quickly and got released really quickly after it had been written as well. So it was like really kind of nice timing for us for that song coming out. So we still had like, I still had like the rage of everything. I was like, I'm continuing to have the rage.
Gotta put that rage to use.
But yeah, it's
yeah, we used it. We always use the rage quite well, or we try to.
channel that rage.
Plays I miss the rage in the background. But yeah, like obviously with that whole like aesthetic of putting your feelings into the tracks that Air Drawn Dagger is known for, I say that you guys definitely come up with quite a few powerful songs. Obviously, inside these nightmares, and also My Murder of Crows, for a good example. With Hexed as well. I'll talk about this one as well because I'm actually really curious about this. With Hexed, how was that one written? Was that a similar sort of thing, or like what was the meaning behind that one?
It happened like quite compared to the other two, like a year before. I remember it started writing like around came out spring 2020. I remember writing it in like January was the first bones of it.
Yeah.
Kind of a different vibe really, because we've just come in off the whole like zine thing, or the zine was just about to be revealed.
Yeah.
So it was already writing knowing that this new sort of like floral themes and a kind of refresh of everything was about to happen.
Yeah.
And we released quite a few like hectic different stuff that all had big like narrative themes tied to it, and I feel like to hit the reset we just needed a palette cleanser. And we obviously love the Mike M's and Fall Out Boys and things like that, and big theatrical rock, and I think we were just aching to scratch that itch a little bit. And really deliver something that was quite clear and not as like metaphorically convoluted, and something that's just well, there's a lot of spooky references in there, but at the same time, when the chorus hits, it's kind of just a sad rock song about fucking your life up, or potentially. Again, another one happened really quickly. I think it was written acoustically first, like the chords were fleshed out, and we finished the words and stuff, and then it was like started adding the orchestral arrangements and some more fun stuff that we hadn't really done. So instead of it was more like strings and stuff like that, really, just trying to like diversify the sounds.
Okay, that's it. That's really interesting, because Hexed and obviously Inside These Nightmares and My Murder of Crows, very different tracks, but all have the same power to them. So that's definitely interesting to me. So thank you for explaining that.
That's all right. Thanks. The thanks.
So how has social media helped your band? It's been quite a powerful tool, hasn't it, for putting your message out there?
Especially like over the pandemic.
Over the pandemic's obviously crucial, because we've never been, because we're like fundamentally we're a live band, and we've always like seen ourselves as a live band. So not having shows for like a year and a bit is like unthinkable for us. Like literally, obviously the longest most bands have gone, but for us in particular, within the first month or something, it was noticeable. Without that, and being able to write, record, release, and actually see our fan base grow, despite doing what we're known for, was weird, but obviously it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, and like being able to kind of keep in touch with fans in a way, because there was no other way. Obviously, when you're you're playing shows, that's how you're connecting with fans and chatting to people afterwards. Like we're always at the merch stand afterwards. Like we hang out at the merch stand and chat with as many people as possible. And so being able to like have a medium of able to like even just like physically talk to people through comments or like people messaging us directly, like we love to hear from people. So like just having that connection with people still when we're all locked away. And just being able to do like live streams.
Yeah, it kept us sane. You know, it really did. Like, it's nice for when your bands keep in touch with you and stuff. But it was even nicer for us to be able to connect with other people and show people what we're working on, and obviously release music and stuff. So.
And like working in your muscle of like making content remotely, like when there was the time where we couldn't even see each other, being able to like still be able to like make stuff and put stuff out. We were very much like can't go anywhere, but like we have to keep there and keep active, like.
Yeah, we had stuff. We had loads to work on, so I think it forced us to level up and sort of like grow skills that we didn't have previously. Whether it's learning different gear, learning how to like have remote sessions where we can like record individually, or just demo better. Like lots of different options, really. But I think we came out of it with a whole new skill set, really, which is quite a nice way to look back on that weird time.
Nice. Okay then. That's pretty cool because obviously social media, one of the main platforms now, regardless of what you use it on, definitely one of the biggest tools for any sort of podcast like myself or band like yourselves to really like get your message out there and to like be like, hey, we're here, come check us out, etc. And I feel like that, as you said, it has definitely helped you guys like get through the whole pandemic and everything, because it has been a tough year for everyone. And I think this is really cool that you guys have that ability to like talk to your fans, get interactive, keep the interactivity going. I apologize, and just keep that up. Really, that's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. It was nice seeing things develop too. Like even our fans like created their own sort of Facebook group. Like normally we thought we'd maybe do that at some point, but we got beaten to it because people were like, "We're gonna just go for it," sort of thing. Like somebody follows our band. So it's nice that we have a really nice community. I think around this band where people can a lot of people are that we're just mates essentially. Like it's all we don't have fans. I don't think it's more like just friends, friends, and a nice atmosphere and everyone interacting, and there's a community spirit around it, which is like really great to see.
And like going back to the show last week, like I said, like one of the main things was like, what if nobody cares after all this time? Like after 18 months, like what if we walk out there and there's nobody there?
No, it's not there.
And we were like, oh, actually, like we come out with maybe a bigger fan base than we went in with.
Yeah,
it's really nice. Like it's really amazing to see that people don't care
and it kind of makes our shows kind of feel like this like house party where just all your friends have come around. Because like when I looked up at that crowd and there were so many more people than I expected, and I looked out and I was like, and it's you, yeah, and it was just like, hey, like
it's like a little reunion.
Yeah, it was great. And I think like not having that for so long, you forget that a little bit because everyone just becomes like online icons. Then seeing everyone face to face and getting to have a beer with people, it's that's the best bit, I think.
That's awesome, honestly, because like with every band that I've spoken to, like the social media has allowed you guys to create a community and have that ability to, obviously, as I said before, talk to fans, get to know them a bit better on a personal and also on the fan level, and also like have that ability just to, just like interact with them, So that's awesome. So thank you for explaining that.
Totally.
Thank you for telling us about that. So obviously we've already talked about dream lineups. We talked about my Milo clothes. We talked about Inside These Nightmares. Tomorrow you're releasing a new single, Spellcasting.
Yeah, Spellcasting. Yes.
What is what makes it? Can you tell us about this track? What makes it different to Inside These Nightmares and My Milo Crows? Like, is it unique in its own?
Yeah, it's another flavour. I think there's stuff in there for if you liked elements of the other stuff. It's definitely, I think, it's the next sort of progression. I think, but it's a bit like a 3-course meal. I think this one and the other ones are like just like either starters or puddings. I think, and now it's like, but here's the big one. it really has some progress to it. A lot of different stuff we've not done before. Lots of like ambient sounds we worked on, because we've got no.
So strip back the little drum and bass a little bit.
Yeah, just turn the drum and bass down and picked up more like ambient goth sounds. But,
spooky again, of course.
yeah, keeps a similar sort of like narrative going, but it also is like a completely different vibe lyrically as well. So yeah, there's plinky plonks and there's synthy stuff, but there's also like, I think it comes out of the gate way quicker than anything we've ever put out.
Yeah, definitely.
It definitely gives me like a circle. It happens immediately and almost, well, you know what I mean? It feels like a circle pit at the beginning to me. Then it's like completely changes and then it steps it up again by the end. So yeah, it's weird. It's not Bohemian Rhapsody, but it does have a few different flavors going on.
It's the like let's put it this way. It's the Bohemian Rhapsody of Air Drawn Dagger. How about that?
Oh God, that is awful.
I don't know why you meant to be Bohemian.
Because it has a few different flavors, but nowhere near. One day we'll do that. We'll do our Jesus of Suburbia, but it ain't this one. It ain't this one. No, it's got a lot going on, but you just have to check it out. Listen to Spellcasting and let us know what you think. It's out. It's like a few hours, so you can all
in 3 hours.
let us know.
Yeah, guys, so go.
Of course he is.
I will be. I'll be messaging you, letting you know how I think about it, because definitely, because like that's what I always do. Oh no,
doesn't take long to type.
I'm always
dog shit.
I'm always nice about my opinions about stuff, so don't you worry. But no, but
still dog shit.
Maybe. We never know.
Maybe it will be.
We don't know.
Maybe people will hate it, and I think it's an easy winner. Maybe it's not.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, guys, why?
Yeah. Who's this guy? It's the guy that we just had the interview with. Oh, when did you be on the show? He piece of shit. I'm like, oh, fuck him.
It's got a message that says pure dog shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Seems fair, but I don't know what it's referring to. But he ain't wrong.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, so we're spellcasting. Spellcasting immediately, like just the title alone, gives me very much Wizard Witch kind of vibes. Like the song, like is that kind of what you were going for?
Yeah.
It's not even a metaphor anymore.
It's just true. We've just become those. You know, you know what's mad? There was almost a bit of sort of forecasting or foreshadowing with. You think back to Hex, like the start of all this. There is quite an almost link that I haven't put together until now.
I haven't put together yet to tell me.
Well, just thinking that spellcasting almost has a kind of kindred spirit, I think, in a way.
No, yeah, I get that.
Just like not too much, and I've just literally thought of it. So it's like feels like another progression. I've not had to talk about the track yet, so this is all new. I'm so lonely.
Basically, give him a hug.
Yeah, basically, like I think it loops in with the stuff that we've been putting out, but it's a whole nother step in its own world as well.
It's very different. Like every time we bring out a song, we always say like it has to be different to anything we've done before. Eventually, we'll run out of things.
Nah.
We always just like to be like, oh no, that one sounds too much like that one. That goes in the bin.
It just feels like, I think that's just a lot of bands in general. I think it's the key to keeping yourself inspired as well. Like if there's something you've done recently, it's like, well, why do it again? You can just go and listen to it. So yeah, just do more. And there's like, especially since day one, we love so many different kinds of genre. Like it's kind of irrelevant now. We're just going to pick different kinds of flavors we like. You know what I mean? So I think that's what you get with spellcasting. It's another step. It's different, and hopefully people enjoy it. And we have had a lot of fun doing some spooky stuff with the, like a little bit of video content that's coming out tomorrow, which again super different because we've had a lot of hands-on with everything. Because both Nightmares and Crows were with Aaron from While She Sleeps. He directed those videos.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah, so he's like a dream to work with. So he's kept like that going and bringing out those ideas. But for spellcasting, it was just little bit.
He's always like really down as well. Like if you've seen the Nightmares video, like we were like, oh, how do we explain this to someone else? And he was like, yeah, that sounds it.
There's like no second question. He's like, got you.
Got it.
Enough film with cannibalism. Got you. No problem. Like, yeah. It's awesome, really. I think because we were a fan of their videos, so we knew that he has the chops to do some mad shit with the stuff we come up with. So yeah, I think it's sort of bringing all the worlds to life, really. It's been fun.
I'm intrigued. I'm actually really intrigued about that track because the way you've advertised it is very much. It's not. I would say it's cult like, but it's very much. It's very much that wizard. Obviously, as I mentioned before, wizard, which is spells, etc. Because of spellcasting being the title. I'm very curious to see what it's like, and obviously, when you said video content, I was like, music video question mark. So like, so maybe
a little different flavor with this one, because we thought the song is quite much, and we've just been putting out some pretty crazy videos, so we thought we'll take it more of a visualizer route for this one, just to again keep it fresh for us, really.
It's a fun visual.
Yeah, but we wanted to keep it kind of really simple. Again, a bit of the palate cleanser after the last video was crazy.
Yeah.
So again, it was almost it was almost too much video. Like, if you've seen it, it's much. So for this one, we thought, let's completely do the opposite. Again, keep ourselves sort of inspired with, rather than like having another insane video, let's have, go completely the opposite of these insane music videos, and let's just have a minimal image type based thing.
Yeah, we were kind of like in just one very with like the smallest amount possible. How much can we do? And the least we can do with the most we can do. Like, fit as many things as we can to nothing.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
It sounds like nonsense.
It is.
but it makes sense.
Oh boy, are you right.
Oh Jesus Christ! Like it's. I feel like spellcasting is going to be one of those ones which it's going to stand out from inside these nightmares. I feel just from the way you're talking about it in comparison to the way that we've talked about inside these nightmares and my mother of crows. I feel like spellcasting is going to be very, very, very out there. I think for you guys as well. Would you say that's
I guess so. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I think sonically it's out there. It's got some stuff we haven't tried before. And again, it's sort of for us. It's all about like finding what we want to bring out of the song after that. So like Nightmares as being this sort of quite juxtaposing themes both by the music and the topic. So then for the video, we were like, how do we then take it to another level? And then what do you do after that? Well, again, you pick a song like this and then hit the nail on the head directly.
Yeah.
Which is what we've done with the more visual side of things. You know what I mean? We've got like a spiritual symbol on the cover, and the video is us doing spooky shit, and it's just chill. I feel like again, it's the complete opposite of what we've just done, so keeps it kind of interesting, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah. I'm as I said before, I'm really interested because everything you guys put out, it's, as I said before, it's very unique in their own ways, and obviously you've got the EPs that you've put out already, and you've also got the singles that you've put out, like I said, My Murder and Inside, and obviously spellcasting. It's probably, I'd say it's one of your most hyped up ones. I think it's definitely going to be. I'd say it's definitely one of those ones which it's definitely piqued my interest more so. So that's
good.
I'm really interested. I'm really invested in checking out that tomorrow. So that's it. That's the first thing that's listen to tomorrow. That's for sure. First thing.
Oh, good. So there's going to be some good music out tomorrow as well. So we're honoured.
Yeah. But yeah. So obviously we've got 2 more questions because this next one I actually just came up with on the fly. Who would you like to collaborate with in the future, and why?
Okay.
There's like so many people. We love collaboration.
We love them, and we are always open to them. Our DMs are always open. Slide in. But yeah, there's so many. I think our answer always changes because we would like to work with so many different people.
Yeah.
A lot of the people we mentioned on like that sort of like massive influence base, like the Shikaris of the world, Frank Cars of the world, the people that have had a massive influence on us. a lot of like more. We've only really collabed with vocalist of Havelock, Owen, on our single Hope Antidote.
Yeah.
Which was just like loads of fun and really sort of spiked our appetite a little bit of like, oh, it's so much fun having a different sort of element into what we do. Just because I think there's a lot of scope for it, and we like so much different music that it's something we want to do more of. Should we get Dolly? We've shouted out Dolly Parton a lot today. Should we?
A collaboration with Dolly, I feel like there'd be some great difference.
I don't think. Yeah, because she'd be right. It's easy because she's right. I'd never ever be like, Dolly, are you sure about that chord?
Oh, yeah, no,
like, obviously not.
Never question the Queen. Never.
Just be like, well, literally.
We do everything if you need us.
If you need us, we'll be sat here crying and maybe bowing a little bit. So maybe it wouldn't be the best environment in the studio. Maybe I'd be pathetic.
We've always wanted, like, obviously, like, as a feature on a track, like Ollie from Bring Me would
that'd
be
be
like
amazing.
a dream feature. Always nails his features, like he's great at it.
He's very consistent with his features, yeah, and you know, bump like local lads, so we're around, you know.
Yeah, if you're watching.
We're around.
Ollie, if you're watching,
we know you're a fan.
Next post-human EP, come on. You gotta hire it. You gotta get them on there, you know. But, yeah. But as I was saying, I'll just I'll add him.
Yeah, he'll love that.
He'll be like, who's this idiot trying to at me with the clip? I'm like, okay, I'm watching the clip. Oh, hi.
Oh, wait a minute.
I know those guys.
Yeah, we had to bump into Ollie quite a bit. It's going to be awkward.
But yeah, that's awesome. Like, I think. From like a fan to like obviously a podcast host kind of view, I think you guys would work good with Raoul Reynolds, especially because like you both.
God. We say this all the
We
time.
say it all the time.
We just feel like our fan bases would be like.
Instant.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Eat it up. I would eat it, and it's really versatile. That's the thing as well. Like I love. It's the same with like Ollie and stuff. It's like voices that can do a lot. Cleans, perfect. Screms, perfect. Somewhere in the middle. Spitting bars, like just he's like frantic, maniacal rapping. Just program or produce, like.
If you're also listening.
There's a lot of options there, and that's what I think is most exciting about collaborations is when you're like, this could sound like anything.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. We love it. We're down for it. But yeah, slide in the DMs. Let's make some music, people. Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyone who's listening.
Anyone.
You don't know how to write things. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what you do. No matter what music these guys will probably do because they love to create. Because they're amazing.
Yeah, anyone, any skill. If anything, the weirder the skill, the better. Yeah, you're good at your bendy. You can do that weird thing with your thumb.
Oh, it's not there. It's not a frame.
And in the DMs, if you're good at anything, we've got videos to make. We've got fun stuff to do.
You're a drummer now.
Tap dancing, I love tap dancing actually. I think it's really good. Yeah. Every day's a school day with this one. You good at it?
I was. I did tap Valiant Irish.
Obviously. The big three.
The big three.
Wow.
The triad of tap.
Did you perform in public?
Malay and Irish, yeah, but not tap.
Ooh. Were you keeping holding that one back?
I was too good. So I was like, I don't want to, embarrass the other kids.
Dog shit, wasn't it?
Y'all came down something.
Yeah.
It ain't it.
Wow. That is amazing, honestly.
That's an exclusive. I didn't even know that.
That's exclusive. That's like first clip. That's the first one. Macy does
the tap dance.
Macy does tap dancing. Okay then. Last question, and this is gonna throw you off because I know every time I ask this question, it throws everyone off. What fruit would you be and why?
I would be a dragon fruit because I would be like, oh, she looks like she might be good time.
Okay.
Nana, I have a lot of potassium. That didn't even blink. I want to be the first one that did not phased by that question. Didn't even blink. Ross, I'll answer on his behalf, would not be a banana because he's allergic.
Wait.
Another exclusive.
Is he actually allergic to bananas?
Somebody's back today.
Yeah, Ross is allergic to bananas. We were talking about this the other day actually because I was eating one stood next to him and I was like, ooh, just being a dick. And I was.
I take allergies very seriously.
It's because he was saying like he thinks he could eat one, but he just might be a bit itchy. I think but he has just self-diagnosed that.
Ross would be an orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's quite muscular for a round object. Not easy to
He's
feel.
not like a Satsuma,
No.
but like orange juice, marmalade, still all rusting.
Yeah, I don't know why, but she's right. I can't justify this, but she's not wrong. Orange.
Orange. 100%.
Versatile and confusing.
But also like very much just like always be in the supermarket, you know.
Dependable.
He's always gonna be in the fruit bowl.
Dependable and difficult. Yeah, either that or maybe is a nectarine. They're just real juicy.
No, nectarines are a bit like
Peach, right?
like.
Seductive and juicy. Tick and tick.
That's how I seduce. Hold it.
I thought you were just gonna be like, I'm fucking done with it. I'm changing my answer. I'm a nectarine.
Alright, okay. Okay.
Why aren't I?
Well, since we're on the topic of it,
I learned from the best.
I'll do one more. Because this was quite a hot topic, well, a hot discussion with Bloodstained Reputation, who we interviewed last time. And the question is, does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yeah.
Fuck yes!
Easy.
First guess.
Actually, everything, but yeah. Everything's good on pizza. I'm yet to find something that's shit on pizza.
In fact, I've never eaten
Fish?
bad pizza. Did you say fish?
Yeah, people would put tuna on pizza.
Anchovies.
Tuna, anchovies.
Anchovies.
Like, all these things.
John Bon Jovi's. Literally. Say, anchovies are one of the best pizza toppings, in my opinion.
I'm vegan and I was still here defending like
anchovies. Put the fish on. I won't eat them, but fucking slather them.
I know it's good.
Yeah,
Slap
no.
them on there.
I don't put tuna. Yeah, I don't tend to put tuna on a pizza, but I swear by anchovies.
Pre-vegan, I was a big like tuna pizza.
Yeah. Quite a healthy option for pizza. Yeah, no, love it. I love anything that's good on pizza, but pineapple.
Pizza, we'll eat it.
Yeah.
Air Drawn Dagger, 2021.
There
I'm
you
down
go.
for the pineapple. Yeah, down for it.
Well then. Well, I don't know what to really do here. aside
You
from,
thought that'd be a hot debate.
I
No,
thought that
not when
was
it
going
comes
to
to
be.
food.
Your question.
Yeah, we'll give you a bonus question.
If you were a biscuit, what biscuit would you be? Also, what's your least favourite biscuit?
Two.
And
Oh,
also,
yeah.
Whoa, three.
the least favourite biscuit, who
Why?
in your life is that biscuit?
I'm not going to say that last one, but
Well, you know what the answer
But
is.
you know who
I
it
know
is.
what I know the answer. I know the answer.
What kind of biscuit's the worst
Go
biscuit?
on, then, what kind of biscuit
Biscoff.
are they?
Anything from Biscoff.
Oh.
Biscoff is
A
awful.
little bit.
Like, I don't understand it.
Oh,
You love a Biscoff?
really love a Biscoff.
I'm sorry,
You get 'em
Lexi.
everywhere, and
I'm
I don't
sorry,
know why
Lexi,
you
but
get 'em
I'm
everywhere.
afraid that we might not get along.
I've not had Biscoff. Just have caramel.
The best one, in my opinion, is a bourbon, because you can't go wrong with a bourbon.
Agree.
I knew you were going to say
Or-
I agree.
I could tell
Or-
that you were a bourbon guy.
A standard cookie, just a standard Maryland cookie, right?
Maryland.
Because
Nah.
they smelt in your mouth if you let them. That sounds rude.
You let them.
How long are you keeping them in there for?
Days. You're brushing your teeth. Cookie. You're asleep. Cookie. Waking up. Guess what?
Is it
Cookie.
worth all that? When you could have a Biscoff and they melt immediately.
The biscuits are like they're like the rejected nice biscuits.
Defenders.
I don't have a horse in this race.
Biscoff is nice guy biscuit. think Biscoff are a bit pretentious, so, but like.
That's why you like Biscoff do think they're better than they are.
They do. I 100% agree. I mean, they're good, but they're not that
They
good.
think they're like a Jaffa cake, and they're nowhere close.
But they're mid-tier biscuit. They're good.
That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like about them. They think they're a cream biscuit, and they're not. They're not. They're barely a third.
Cream biscuits now.
Oh, because they have to step it up. Yeah, about time. Where have you been? Yeah.
What's your favourite biscuit?
Say bourbon if I was, or like a chocolate hobnob. If I had to pick like the ultimate biscuit,
Yeah,
chocolate hobnob, unfuckwittable. Can't touch it.
Yeah, they are good.
Oh,
For digestive.
Oh, I love a chocolate digestive. I love a normal digestive. Great for savoury foods. Put a bit of butter and cheese.
McVitie's just killing the game, clearly.
Oh, McVitie's are killing the game. The empire of McVitie's. Hook us up. Sponsorship. Come on.
Air Drawn Dagger / McVitie's when.
I would love that. I'd be top 5
Just
sponsorship.
Literally
probably.
just at Warburton's or McVitie's and just be like, hey, how much for a whole shipment of cookies for a year?
Send us one pack of biscuits and we're happy.
Yeah, but I mean, we got more dates being announced later this year. So if you wanted to hook us up on tour, woof.
Yeah, speaking of,
Biscuits are big for us.
so obviously I've mentioned. I've got one. I just can't remember another question. If your girls okay, just answer one more.
Yep.
What's the plan now after Spellcasting's release? What's the plan for the next 6 months?
World domination, but more short term would be we are playing with our friends in Junior, which is WWE wrestler Mark Andrews. His band are playing in Manchester at the Star and Garter on the 14th of August.
Yep.
So we will be there with our friends in Havelock, who we've shouted out. After that in Sheffield on the 7th of September, there's a sold-out show at the Lead Mill, but we have a few sneaky tickets available on our Bandcamp at the minute. That's with Hands Off Gretel, another great band.
Yeah.
So they're the two announced on sale. You can find those tickets in our bio now. And then later in the year, we will be announcing some more shows, as well as new music, and merch is on its way.
Okay.
So just keep an eye out.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for today, Macy.
For having us.
You two have been absolute legends. Thank you so much for joining. And guys, to those of you who have been watching, thank you so much for watching the interview. I really do appreciate it. Go check out Air Drawn Dagger on all their socials. Air Drawn Dagger on Instagram at Air Drawn Dagger. No, it's Air Drawn Dagger on Air Drawn Dagger Band on Instagram, at Air Drawn Dagger on Twitter, at Air Drawn Dagger on TikTok.
And pretty much everything is at Air Drawn Dagger Band. And if you can't find us there, find us on something else.
Yes, and
on
also,
everything.
And also Air Drawn Dagger on all streaming platforms such as Apple Music, Spotify, and also Deezer. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. I shall hope to see you all on the next podcast. Have a wonderful night. Peace.